My screen completely blank. Is this even working? Okay, so my stream isn't really working, but let's see what I can do. We have to like redo it. Let me just try and fix this real quick. So now let's test. There, it works. Ooh, we did it. 550, 550. Okay. Now this should work. There it is. Three minutes, font size, yeah. I think this is good. Last test. Final test.
To Twitch.
Okay, so now I want to let's go to bracket.com. Here we go. Okay, so let's get some music on. Why is it moved down there? Window capture looking weird. Leave it like that. Delete this. Just give me a second, guys, and we'll get into the to the stream. Let's do it here. Actually, it will look better here. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna do window capture into browser. Maybe I should just full screen it and then change the taskbar settings to be task. There we go. Now it's properly doing it. Below everything. The browser should be above. Okay. There we go. Gotta open up something specific. We're gonna open up the chat box, right? Does this fix the stream chatting thing? Test. I think white is a good color, but maybe to have it needs to have like a text box thing in the background. So I'm gonna go with this. Twitch chat filters. Or like Twitch chat properties background. Background. Test. Okay. Let me just get the RGBA. Let's get like light blue. Like this RGB A120 for 5. Why is it like flashing for a second? It's literally like flashing for 1 second. Disappearing. Just gonna delete all this. Image. Ooh, background. Let me just try and fix this real quick. Hopefully I can fix it. Background, 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 background. Below YouTube chat, above browser. There we go. Okay. So let's look at the stats. Hello, LSH. Who's rank 1? I think it's Zack Attack. Sorry, I was just fixing the stream just now. Hopefully it looks a bit more watchable now. My camera's clearly too big, but maybe I can like do something here. Here we go. I'll do it here instead. In this channel, in this chat. In this thing. Let me just turn on my camera. I actually think Zack Attack is rank 1. So yeah. Right now. Because he did win the last tournament. There's still one more event before the end of the season. So that could definitely go to me or Zach, or we'll see, you know. We'll see. Just move this a bit here. And then we'll move the YouTube chat to be properties 400, 400. Sorry, guys. I'm still fixing my thing because this is the first time I'm streaming on YouTube. It's gonna be kind of awkward. Okay, there. So turn on my webcam. Integrate camera. Let me just do that real quick. Okay. Or I could make it like this long, I guess. There we go. Now, so rank 1 is probably, I mean, it could be me or Zach. I think there's an argument for me being rank 1 because well, okay, so Zach obviously has the head-to-head win. He beat me twice in the last tournament, and that was the first time we played in the last this season. He also has the head-to-head against Johnny. He's 2-0, whereas I'm 1-1. But I have a very relevant head-to-head against Vugsy, which is probably the best win anyone has any in this. Anyone has in any. The best win anyone has in the entire season, which is 2 wins on Vugsy. I'm also 5-0 on Machu, whereas he's losing to Machu. Those are all the relevant results. Zach did enter more, so he's probably like if there's a tie, I would give it to Zach. So like the main results we're looking at are. Oh, I got a text. One sec. I'll look at it later. PR, Philippines, PR ranking plus reasons. Let's put reasons as well. So Zach versus Yetis. Zach and Yetis. So Zach has 3-5 versus Machu. This is relevant. He is 2-0 versus Johnny. And he's also 2-0 versus me. Whereas I am 0-2 versus Zach. 5-0 versus Machu, which is a lot better than him. 1-1 versus Johnny, which is slightly worse. But I also have a 2-1 versus Vugsy. So, like, it depends what you prefer. Like, I guess I'm better against Machu. I lost the head-to-head. Lost to Johnny. It's like, do you value better than Machu and getting Vugsy wins over like doing a bit better versus Johnny and losing the head-to-head? That's basically what this is all about. I'd say it's basically almost a tie, but he's attended more, so I would just give it to him. The VV, Sala, and Noke losses are irrelevant because those three players are kind of better than our entire region anyway, except maybe arguably Noke, who might be around top 3 in our or top 2 in our country. So that's what I'm thinking right now. Yeah, that's how I feel about this. You can't see the Noke one, but the Noke one is over here, and the Bugsy's over here, 2-1 with Bugsy, because my camera was blocking it. Let's move my camera actually. Boom, boom, and boom. Move my camera to the edge, and then I'll move the chat down there. There we go. Not the best layout, but it will do. Let's look at number 2. So I'd say Zach is number 1. Who's slick? Zach or oh, you know Bugsy IRL. Yeah. LSH, where are you from, by the way? Where are you from? Do I know you? Do I know you? Are you in Asia? So S tier would be Zach. S tier would be Zach and then Yetis. So Zach, I'll put the reasons at the bottom. So Zach above Yetis because of attendance, not necessarily because of results. Because of 5-0 versus Machu and 2-1 versus Bugsy, whereas oh, 2-0 versus Johnny. Damn, you're sick in your region. I grew up with Bugsy, but I'm newer than him. Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, I know he's from Canada. So that's S tier. I don't think there's any other players in S tier. So I would go to A tier next. Because I think Machu is a tier. Well, could he be S tier? He's losing to Johnny, losing to Char, losing to Bugsy. Gotta lost to ISD. I think he's in a different tier. He does have a winning record on Zach, but he's super losing against me. Thank you, by the way, LSH. I appreciate what you said. So I'm not really sure like where he belongs exactly. I feel like maybe he's in his own tier, or maybe he's in the same tier with Johnny. Mm, so Johnny is like the thing with Johnny is he has a win on me, 2 wins on Machu, no wins on Zach, and then his next best win is Roya and Sync. Yeah, it's not that strong. I think Machu might be an S. So Machu notes. Machu almost Machu barely in S tier because of wins on Zach. Because of winning record against Zach. Okay, I'm gonna next we got VV is from Japan, so he doesn't count. Ralph obviously is from the States. He kind of destroyed everyone here when he came here. So no one got a win on Ralph, so it doesn't matter if you attended that tourney because no one won against him. Although if you beat other people at that tourney, that does matter, of course. Um Okay, now let's look at the next person. It's either Johnny or Delta next, or Machina, who's also known as Patrick. So Johnny is 0-2 against Zach, 2-1 against Machu, 1-1 against me. I feel like this is the best head-to-head we're gonna see against the S tiers. Well, Delta also has 1-2 against Zach and 1-2 against me. So I would say I would probably put Johnny above Delta just because I feel like Johnny being even with me is pretty big, and winning on Machu is also really big. But then he doesn't have any results for a while after that. Like, no results against. Oh, well, these are not relevant players because they're in different countries, actually. But he hasn't won against Delta. He hasn't won against Machina. He's 1-1 with ISD, which is a bit bad. Because ISD is not a top 5 player right now in the Philippines. Delta, on the other hand, is 1-0 in ISD, 1-0 in Pork, 0-2 to Machina, 1-0 in Johnny. I think it might be Delta because he has the head-to-head against Johnny. Like last time I made this list, I put Johnny above Delta. But now that I'm remaking it, it seems like, and I'm taking more time to like think about this. It seems like maybe Delta should be ahead. Because he's got a win on Zach, which Johnny has not gotten. And Zach's potentially number 1 right now. Or probably number 1. And I'm number 2. Johnny has a win on me, but... Hey, Machu. I'm trying to decide whether Delta is higher than Johnny or not. Because he has the head-to-head win. So if they're tied, I should give it to Delta. Because he has the head-to-head. Oh, hey, oh, okay, you're in class. Entrepreneurship. Why do you need that for nursing? I might actually give it to Delta. Let's look at their placements and the number of events attended. So this is Delta. Delta attended 9, pocket over 9 wavelands. Get weekly he DQ'd. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 events. Johnny attended 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'd actually give this to Delta. Yeah, I think Delta should be higher than Johnny. Delta might actually be the top of A tier. Or he might even be an S tier because he's got wins. Uh, would he be an S tier? It's so close to say who's ahead actually these between these two. Losing to Machina, losing to Delta. I think Delta and Johnny are in this tier. Or they might as well be in S tier as well. I'll put it like this. Yeah. I don't want to make too many tiers, so I'll just group them all a bit closer. Even if there's a slight gap, it's just a very slight gap. And I think Machina is 6th now. Just because he doesn't have enough attendance. Let me check his attendance. He's got 2 attendance. He's not even going to be ranked this season, actually. Whoa, that's kind of crazy. Machina doesn't have enough attendance. I thought he did. Is there a tournament we didn't include here? Didn't he attend Porcadova 8? Let me just check. Pork Adobo 8. Pretty sure Machina attended this one. Oh, he didn't. Or 7? Pork Adobo 7? Is Machina not going to be ranked this season? Well, I guess not. Yeah, he's not going to be ranked this season. Now, I guess the next one would be probably Roya at 6th then. If Machina just attended, if he wasn't sick for the last tournament, then he probably wouldn't be ranked. He would definitely be ranked this season. So the next one would be Roya, probably, like A tier, because he has no wins on anyone in the top 3. He has no wins on anyone in the top 5, actually. So, like, this is the next 5, I guess. Roya is here, and then he's 1-1 in the sync. ISD is probably somewhere here too. Roya, ISD. So in no order, it's Roya, ISD, Porcupine, 21, Sinking Lobster. Like those 4 somewhere will be in some order here. So Pork has no wins. His best win is on Roya. What? Oh no, he lost to Roya twice, but he beat Sink twice. Whereas Sink has a 1-on-1 with Roya. Roya's also 2-0 Pork, 101 ISD. Pork has traded sets with IC, so Pork can't be higher than Roya. Delta above Johnny 69 because he has a win on Zach, which is huge. Also has head-to-head win. And then the next rank is Roya is 6th because he has the best results out of any A-tier player. Only lost to Sync. Lost to one player in this tier. Once. Sync. So yeah, Roya only lost to Sync once. And he hasn't lost to anyone else in this tier. Whereas Pork has lost to Roya twice. And has lost to ISD. Sync has lost to Roya, Porcupine twice, ISD, East Opal. So it would be Roya, Porcupine, 21. Well, ISD I haven't checked it actually. It's Roya, Porcupine, or ISD, and then Sync afterwards. Sync is at the bottom of this tier, I think. Well, IC has a win on Matsu, so that's huge. He has a win on Johnny, that's also huge. He might be higher than Roya, actually. He's 1-1 with Sync. That's kind of bad. 1-1 with Point. That kind of drops his case a bit. He might be top of A tier or second in A tier. Just because... of the win on Machu and Johnny. Like, that's pretty huge. He's the only one in this tier with wins on top 5 players. But I think he has some bad losses, if I remember correctly. Pork, Bugsy, Sink, Roya. Oh, he lost to Roya. Okay, so I think it could be ISD, Roya, Pork, Sink. I think it's in that order. And then the next one. Like, do you think ISD is above Roya? What do you guys think? ISD has a win on Machu, a win on Johnny. Like, the win on Johnny and Machu is kind of huge. But Roya has beaten ISD in the head-to-head. Also, ISD lost the Sink and lost the Pork. So it should be Roya than ISD, I think. Like that. Just because Roya is more consistent, right? I think Roya is more consistent. I'll reward consistency here. Pork is below ISD. Is Pork below ISD? Pork is below ISD. Just because ISD has those wins. Pork should be below ISD because ISD has... No, that doesn't make sense, Machu. But yeah, I think that it's like this. So... B tier. Next is B tier. And I think Cyan is... Oh no, Kaiser might be in... It's either Cyan or Kaiser. We played 3 sets at Birthday Bash, Vugsy. All 3 were at Birthday Bash. Like, all 3 of them. Yeah, we did. We did play 3 IRL. You sent me to losers, then I double eliminated you in grands. So that's 3. It's either Kaiser or Cyan next, I think. Oh, Tax. Well, Tax doesn't have enough events to be ranked this season. He only has 2, yeah. Tax and Machina not ranked. So, let me just write here. Roya top of A tier due to consistency. ISD slightly less consistent than... better wins. Better wins than Roya, but worse losses. Porcupine 21. Sinking Lobster. Losses to every player in A tier. On Johnny and Machu. No, I think this should be it because Delta and Johnny have both beaten people in S tier. Bugsy, we decided that it's kind of hard to rank that we're probably not gonna put Bugsy on this. Yeah, we decided that we're not gonna put Bugsy in this ranking unless he attended like one more local because I forgot the reason, but I think Porcupine said something like he needs two locals or like some PH online events, but he can't enter the PH online events because he's in Japan. Something like that. Yeah, he needed like one more local or like 2 more online events, but he can't enter them, so yeah. Anyway, back to the ranking. I can't believe it. Yeah, Zach's above me because of that. Let me just see Porcupine's results one more time. Porcupine is 3rd in A tier because his best win is Sync and ISD. Those are the only top 10 win he has is on ISD. Actually, Sync might be higher than Pork. Should Sync be higher than Pork? That's the question. Sync has a win on Roya, on ISD, on... Oh, he's losing to Kaiser. Never mind, he's losing to Kaiser. Lost to everyone in A tier, but only I have a losing record to Pork. But Pork also is even with ISD. Oh, wait. Pork is even to 2-0 on Sync. 1-1 with ISD and losing to Roya. But Sync is even with Roya. But you lost to Kaiser twice. That's the thing. I think you have to be here because every player in A tier lost to Kaiser twice. So yeah, lost to Kaiser twice. Beat even with ISD and Sync, right? What was it? No. Even with ISD and Tax. He has a win on Tax, which is huge. So it should be like this. I think the win on Tax is kind of weird because he was playing secondaries, but in PH we don't count secondaries differently to mains. Otherwise, people will just sandbag with their secondaries when they think they're gonna lose. That guy is irrelevant. Maybe. Okay, next. The next ranking is Kaiser, Crank, Nayu, Plaster, and Cian probably. So Crank. He beats Sweets and Nayu. I mean, Kaiser probably has the best wins because he has a win on Sync, right? Let's just look at this. Let's see how many wins on Sync he has. He's 1-2 on Sync, a 2-1 on Sync. He's beating Plaster, which is a pretty good win too, and East Opal twice. So, I mean, I think none of these players have wins as good as Sync. Like, and Kaiser has 2. So I think automatically he's just gonna be above Cian. Because Cian doesn't have good wins except for 1 on Sync. But he also lost a Sync. So it's probably Kaiser and then Cian. I mean, Kaiser's almost definitely top of B tier. Kaiser has 2 wins on Sinking Lobster. Cian doesn't have many good wins, but the Sink win shows his many good wins because of bracket luck, pretty much. You can see the bracket luck showing, like, he only had to fight, like where's Cian? I think this is Cian. No, this is Cian. No, this one's Cian. Okay, so as you see, like in Wavelands, he only fought. Well, he fought like Dorian and then and Sync. Like those are the only 2 that he's realistically probably going to win. Maybe he could have beaten Roya, but he hasn't played in a while, so it's kind of like Cian hasn't played in like a month or more because he has no internet. So like maybe he could have beaten Roya and Sync, but he didn't. So yeah, and then if you look at Birthday Bash, he only fought Doraemon and Sync, who was much worse a few months ago. And then he had to fight Pork and Machina, who are like already going to be so much harder. So, and at the Ralph tournament, he only fought No Style, Ronin, Delta twice, and Ralph. So it's like he's not top 10, right? Obviously, but he's one of the closest people to the top 10, Cian. But he didn't really get any games against like top 15 players. Like he didn't fight Kaiser, he didn't fight Nayu, he didn't fight Plaster. Like, he just had no good luck in his results, so he doesn't have many results going for him. You know? That's what I think. So I think he's definitely below Kaiser. Because Kaiser entered so much, he fought, like, everybody. He fought Sweets, he fought Ifus, Sync twice or 3 times, East Opal twice. Like, we have a lot of results and data on Kaiser, and that's why Kaiser is above. And a lot of data and East Opal and a lot of data, a lot of relevant data for him. And doesn't have much relevant data because of bracket luck, pretty much. Also slightly not the highest attendance. There we go. So next would be probably Nayu. I think there's another tier, C tier. Or maybe B tier stays the same. Is that East? Is Pichu Pichu East? Damn, racism. Plaster, Nayu, and Crank. Okay, so these three are probably the next tier. Or maybe Nayu and Plaster will be in the same tier, but I think we'll see, we'll see. So Nayu has a win on I mean these are kind of irrelevant wins. No Style and Switchy, and I mean I don't know how good Dorian is. But I'd say it's I don't know, so I'll just say it's a bit irrelevant right now. Sorry, Dorian, no offense. Then he has a he has a Kaiser win. He has two Kaiser wins. Wait a second. That might put him above Yen. A sync win or two Kaiser wins? Like, what's more valuable? Sync win or two Kaiser wins? Like, Nayu has more relevant wins because. Let's see how bad his losses are first. Let's see if he has any really like horrible losses. He lost to Crank, and Sweets and Plaster. Those are his worst losses. So he's hovering around that, yeah, the bottom of the PR range. I'd say. And he has a win on Ifu and Plaster. I think I would put Nayo above Xian right now. Just Nayu has more relevant data than Xian and two wins on Kaiser. Yeah, he has other wins like Plaster, who's around that range. And Xian's other best win after Sync is like Doraemon, who is not like he's like a top 20-ish player or 25-ish player. Like Doraemon is not that high on the ranking right now. Like his Dorian, No Style, Ronin, Sync, Doraemon. Okay, so his next best win is Ronin actually, or Dorian. I don't know who's better. I've never played Dorian, but I think Dorian's around that range. But beating Plaster and Kaiser twice and having more results than Xian. Okay, there. So it's like this right now. And then the next one would be probably Plaster or Crank. So I'll do these next two. I'll do the next three players, then I'll call it there. I won't rank everyone. So Crank has two wins on Sweets. A win on Nayu also. These wins are pretty irrelevant, these three. No offense to these players, but Tristan's a beginner, Fishwix is a beginner, and then No Style doesn't play that much also, and he's kind of a beginner. The random name win is kind of huge, though. I will admit. We do not consider placing. We only consider head-to-heads. Because placing... Xian does not have better wins than Nayu. Xian's best win is Sync times one. One win on Sync. But Nayu has two wins on Kaiser, like two wins on Plaster, a win on like Ifu. Like it's just way more data and it's more relevant. Xian's best win after Sync is like Ronin and Dorian. Like Xian has entered enough tournaments, but he doesn't have relevant data. Like he fought. No offense to these players, but he fought kind of irrelevant players. Yeah, Xian has played in 3 tournaments. He played in Machu's melee thingy. He played in one of the birthday bashes and the latest tournament, and he played in something else as well, like an online thing. So Xian is actually lower. Like even though I think Xian's better than Nayu and probably better than Kaiser, he just doesn't have any relevant wins. That's all I'm gonna say. Like his bracket luck is not like he didn't. If he entered more, he probably would have had more chances to beat better players. But since he only entered the events where he was like seeded to play against like lower level players, he doesn't have many results that show anything really. Anyway, he does play. He's been active this season more than Tax and Machina. Anyway, Plaster. So Plaster has beaten Ronin. Wait, Plaster beat Sync. I don't know if I want to count this tournament because this was actually in December, like the end of December. I did say we're gonna count it in the ranking, but I'm not sure. Like, I don't think I should count it anymore. It's so old. It's like 6 months old. Like, I won't count PMAS one, like the very first PMAS from like last year. I won't count that. So his best win is pretty much Nayu, Ong, and Ronin. Nayu, Ong, and Ronin. I think that puts him here. So Plaster. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Plaster will be... I'm not sure, like, based on these results, is 2 sweets wins and a random name. A random name win is a pretty big win. But it's only one. Like what's better? 2 sweets wins and a random name and an Ifu win? Or and an Ayu win? Or an Ayu win, an Ong win, and an Ifu and this oh no, the sync win doesn't count. A Nayu, an Ong, and a Ronin win. I guess Crank should be higher, right? Like that, something like that. I think I value the Nayu and random name win a lot, and the 2 sweets wins more than like. Oh, that reminds me, I should check sweets. So sweets has a Nayu, a Crank win, and a Ronin win. 1, 2, and an Ifu win. It's very similar, but Crank has to be higher than sweets just because of the head-to-head. They have basically the same wins, but Crank beat him in the head-to-head, so yeah, Crank has to be higher. It's Nayu, Ong, Mori Pops. No, I guess it's sweets. It's sweets and then Plaster. So I would separate them into 2 tiers, these guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Actually, I'd put Crank up here. Maybe actually I'll just put them all in 1 tier, you know? I don't want to separate them, fuck it. So this is 15 already. That's 15 players. So Plaster, discounting the very first PMAS in December, he has worse results than everyone else. Crank has head-to-head versus Sweets, and Sweets basically same as Crank. Has head-to-head versus Sweets, and win on Ifu and Nayu. Did Sweets beat Nayu also? Yeah, he did. Yeah, they have basically the same results. So since Sweets beat Nayu and Ifu, like Xian hasn't lost to Crank or Sweets. Maybe Xian should be higher than Nayu. Just because he doesn't have the bad losses that I'm gonna put him up here actually. More results than Xian, but many more losses to B and lower tier players, which keeps him from moving up. Yeah, I think this makes more sense because, like, I was just looking at the wins, but if you look at the losses, Xian hasn't lost to anyone outside of the top 10 and Sync, whereas Nayu has lost to so many players. He's lost to Sweets, he's lost to Crank, he's lost to East Opal, Fries, Plaster, Hawk, East Opal, Hawk again. Sweets. Yeah. Losses to Sweets. No losses outside of the top 10 except for versus Sync one time. Lost to Sweets, Nayu, Plaster. What else did Nayu lose to? East and Fries. Yeah. So I think this makes sense for me. For me, personally, this makes sense. Then I guess this would be C tier. I guess I'd make a C tier here then. I think there's like a separation because these guys only lose to like the top 10 really. And Kaiser has like a loss to Nayu or something, like 2 losses to Nayu. But he hasn't lost to anyone else except these guys. Xian has only lost to these guys, but he doesn't have as many irrelevant results as Kaiser. Yeah. What do you guys think? You're not here, Nick. You haven't played in like half a year. What are you talking about? What the hell are you talking about? You're crazy. But I'm either like I think 1 and 2 can be swapped. 4 and 5 can be swapped. The rest are pretty much unswappable, I'd say. $12, 13, 14. I don't know which PR is stronger, this one or the last one. Oh, Tax and Machina are both not enough. Tax and Machina actually don't have. I've got to include Hawk. Wait, I've got to include Hawk. Let me just remove. Obviously, Sweet's Plaster is gonna go down 1. And then someone else. Where's Hawk? I forgot about Hawk. Okay, let's look at his results real quick, and then I'll just kind of spitball where he goes. Ballpark. Spitball? Ballpark where he goes. Win on Sync, win on Lately, win on Nayu. So he's immediately gonna be. It's only lost the top 10 and Lately. Mackin has only done 2 tourneys. I thought he did 3, but I just found out earlier that he's only done 2. It's kind of crazy. But wait, Lately Sync, random name. So he's around. Having a win on Sync makes him. Like, I don't know where Lately is on this. Like, Lately's somewhere in the top 12, I'd say. Somewhere like that. 11, top 11. Around San Kaiser here. Lately somewhere here. But I think Hawk would be. He doesn't have many relevant results. Like, these two are the most relevant results. Right? Lately and Sync. And then the losses, lost to Lately, these losses are just like, okay, he's not top 10, right? That's all it says. He's not top 10. Or sorry, like if you include Tax and Machina, he's not top 10. But in this ranking, he might be exactly 10th. Like, is he above Kaiser, who has 2 Sync wins and 2 East Opal wins? I think not. I think he's below Kaiser and above Xian. Like that. There you go. I think that's it. Like Hawk, I didn't really look. Okay, I'll just double check Kaiser. I don't want to make a mistake here. So Kaiser, like Kaiser's attended so much. Zayd, no text win is pretty good. Sweets win is good. 2 Sync wins, 2 East Opal wins, a Plaster win, 3 Sweets wins actually. Is that 3? 2 Sweets wins, 2 Sync, 2 Plaster. Wait, 2 Sweets wins, 2 Sinking Lobster wins, 2 East Opal wins, and a Plaster. Wait, where's the Ronin loss? Where is that? Kaiser hasn't lost to Ronin. Oh, he has. Wasn't this a DQ though? I think this was a DQ. Actually, it shouldn't show up if it was a DQ. So he must have lost to Ronin. It would be like, it wouldn't say anything here if it's a DQ, I think. So yeah, that's his worst loss. That's one bad loss. And I guess the Nayu loss is a little bit questionable also. He has another Nayu loss here. Hawk has only lost the top 10 players. So maybe Hawk is higher than Kaiser, right? What do you think, Tax? Like, he hasn't gotten any, like, bad losses. Yeah, Hawk could be 10. Lost to Nayu, lost to Nayu, lost to Ronin. Yeah, okay. I'll put Hawk here and Kaiser here. No, Hawk has enough attendance. He has exactly 3, I think. He has 4. I don't know if he DQ'd. No, he didn't DQ there. He DQ'd from Birthday Bash. So he has 3. Oops. Yeah, so that's it. That's the final ranking. I'm not going to change this. This probably, if unless Porcadobo 10 has some crazy stuff, most of this will stay the same. I think if I win Porcadobo 10, even if Zach isn't there, as long as I beat like Johnny or Delta or Macho or something, I think I'm above Zach. Just because I think we're kind of tied right now. I don't know if this is bias. Honestly, I don't. It might be complete bias, but like I put Kaz above Yetis because of attendance, not necessarily because of better results, but it's arguable Yetis could be number 1 because I'm 5-0 versus Machu, whereas Zach is 3-5, and I also have 2 wins on Vugsy, which is the best win that anyone has in this whole season, right? But Zach has got me in the head to head, which I count quite a lot, and he's beating Johnny 2-0, where I'm 1-1 against Johnny. So like, he got me in 2 results, but I have him in 2 results as well. Like, 5-0 versus Macho is kind of huge, considering Zach is losing to Macho quite out of in their 8 sets that he's losing. Yeah, so that's what I think. And I also have the 2 most relevant wins in Bugsy. The biggest, not relevant, but like the biggest wins out of the whole PR. Like, and we're not counting secondaries as secondaries, right? So, okay, this is gonna be what I'm saving it as. Okay, now next half of the stream, I'm gonna talk about the upcoming events. So let me just find that document. Here's my Melee calendar. So we got PMAL, which is gonna be June 10. That's this Saturday. PMAL amateur bracket it's not open to anyone, it's just amateurs only. So non-top 11 players from the last PR. Porcadobo 10 is gonna be the continuation of the Porcadobo series. It's gonna be online and open bracket June 17 or June 25. PMAL is PMAL 4 will be in next month. There's one PMAL a month until August, which is the last one. So this is the same amateur online. Media Did What 2 will be on July 15 most likely. I don't think I can do July 22 because Machu is not free on July 22. And I kind of need his CRTs and his Wiis. So like, I can't run an event with only 2 CRTs, I think. It's not going to be that good. Also, yeah, like having 4 Wiis is huge, I think. Like, yeah. So continuation of the Melee Did What series at a new venue in Quezon City where food and drinks come with your venue fee. This is also the first tournament in over 3 years that will feature doubles as an event. Doubles is free for this event, by the way. Max 32 entrants for singles and top 8 qualify for Pass 2. Porcadobo 11 will be also another qualifier for Pass 2. It'll be online, open bracket to be determined in July. It's going to happen sometime in July. League finals will happen in August. Part of the PMAL League, it's gonna give you the most points and it's the final one before the payout, right? Right after the league finals is when the payout is gonna happen. There's about 5,000 pesos in G cashable only, not in cash. To the top, I think top 3 placers or top 4 placers. We should look at the top 4 right now or whatever for the league, but I'll do that after I finish this. like who has the most points right now. So past two into the Miiverse, there's gonna be 4 or 5, up to 5 secret international attendees. Location not yet determined. I kind of want to do playbook for this one, because I want them to know that we're still hosting tournaments. So like in case they want us to like be at Rev or something, because they asked me last time I hosted at playbook, oh, do you guys want to join Rev? Like last year. That's what happened that time. So maybe they'll do it again. I don't know about. I really don't know. Maybe we just like email them or something and ask them about it. I don't know how you sign up for that stuff. I was just asked like by the owner like directly or whatever, something like that. This will be an invitational, but it's gonna be 16 or 20 players, depending on how many secret invitational attendees, secret international attendees want to join. And this will be in August, probably August 19th. So we have a local pretty much every month until August. So we have one in June that we just had the other day, have one in July, and then one in August. So yeah, but there will be 5 secret attendees, and I'm not gonna spoil who they are. But if you ever find out, when I reveal them, I hope it'll be cool because I will make videos to reveal each one, like different kinds of videos each time. And who knows, maybe you guys get a bit surprised because this year we have so far there's 4 people who are very or quite interested in coming, and like if one of them goes, the likelihood of the other one going is even higher because they want to kind of come as a group. So yeah, they just need to check their schedules and stuff. It's a bit far off from now, August, but I'm really excited for the to like reveal the secret international attendees because it's not who you'd expect actually. Well, maybe some of them you'd expect, but some of them you won't expect, I think. Yeah. But now let's just look at before I end the stream, let's just look at the or maybe I'll play some melee or something, I don't know. But before that, let's look at the standings. It should be league, not series. Anyway. Oh, Porky's asked me where Pork Fox is on the tier list. Let me go back after this, and I'll rank Pork's Fox somewhere. But okay, the standings are Crank at 70 points, Seeking Lobster at 50, Notex at 35, and Sweets at 35. I think we only pay out the top 4, right? So let me check the details. So these two would tie, actually. I don't know how we'd split the money that way. Maybe we'd have like a 1v1. Yeah, only paying out top 4. So we'd have like a 1v1 maybe, just split up the tie. I don't know what people would normally do, but I think that's the best thing to do. I don't want to like split 800 between them. I'd rather make one get third and one get fourth. Yeah. I do prefer YouTube streaming. It seems much cooler. I can also set the money for each sub, I think. So like if I want it to be like $1, I could do that, right? And it's really cheap. I think you can do that. I'm not sure though, but I think I need to get 1,000 subs first. Then I can do that. I don't know. Something like that. But like splitting out my Twitch and my YouTube is gonna be like harder. I think just sticking to one is better. Because I already have YouTube videos, right? And YouTube is better for like growth, so I'm gonna stick to YouTube probably. Anyway. Oh, I have to make this part of the league. A part of the Why is there only 2 events in the league thing? Oh, I have to link it. So let me just link it real quick. Event setup. Link event. Select tournament. And this will be Philippine Melee Amateur League 3. Philippines? Where is it? Philippines Melee Amateur League 3. Philippines. Why can't I link this event? Okay, I'll solve this off stream. But does anyone want to play right now? Philippine Melee Amateur League 3. Female 3. What the fuck? It's not working. Don't be too arrogant, bro. You might get something that you don't want to happen. How come I can't do this? Philippines. Philippine Melee Amateur League 3. Here it is. Okay. There it is. I just had to refresh. How dumb was that? Okay. So, anyone want to play? Or anyone want to do anything? Anyone? Anyone? I mean, there's like 3 people in chat. I have to post this because Machina actually isn't on the PR yet. Let me just post this because I don't put my reasons. I'm just posting something. One sec. I can't see chat. One sec. Yetis is 5 over. Okay, so no one wants to play. All right, I'm ending the stream. Thanks for coming by, people. Thank you. Bye bye.